All right, guys. Hey, we are live here. I do apologize here that I'm not streaming consistently. So I do need to apologize there. I've been just dealing with some personal things. Bob and I, we talked, just dealing with life kind of kicked me in the nuts a couple times and a couple times over. How about it, Bob? and Bob
You
started a
had
new
to
job,
look
so
at life.
we kind of our
Uh,
schedules weren't matching up and stuff.
Excuse
So
me, Chuck. Let
you
me
there,
put the record
Bob?
straight. I had to look at
I'm
life and
not
be like,
hearing you.
huh? For the
Give me a second here, guys. For some reason, why I'm not hearing Bob?
well, that is odd. It's
Bear with me
StreamYards is
here.
obviously picking me up.
Okay, give me one moment here.
Good thing
Bob, are you muted? I can't hear you.
I am not muted. And why would I all of a sudden be
Hey,
muted?
Neo.
He can't hear me? Hello, hello, hello?
I don't know what's going on. Like I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what's. Yeah, hold on. Maybe hopefully when Bob comes back in here. All
Hello,
right,
hello,
Bob, can you
hello?
hear me?
I hear you. Can you hear me?
All right, guys, hold on here. I don't know what's going on here. Why I'm not hearing Bob here. Just bear
Uh,
with me here. Normally I can hear him through. Maybe my mic isn't putting
yeah,
things through here. So give me a second here. I gotta
right? Yeah,
change
like it's
my
showing me on
playback
my end being picked
microphone.
up by
Check
StreamYard.
microphone.
Like, why is it that is so
Okay,
weird.
microphone. Okay, it's showing it's on.
Yeah, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
on.
I can see that he can hear me, but yeah, for some reason why I'm not hearing him on my end. So I got to figure out here what's going on here.
Right?
So
Like I
give me a
hear you
moment here.
guys.
Uh, I updated my drivers recently for my video card, so I don't know if that's trying to override the settings here. So I gotta
Right.
camera, audio, wireless gaming. Okay,
Thank you,
that's
Neo. I
correct.
was sitting here thinking you couldn't hear me either. That's why I backed out. I was like, wait, what?
I can see if maybe he is. No, his mic volume is right.
I
That's
am.
weird.
It
That's
it's
weird.
it
Because him and I were just talking
yeah.
before we went live, and then now all of a sudden, you know, I gotta give me a second
This is
here.
what he
I
gets
don't
for
want to
being
do it through. I don't.
wait. Did you hear me? Hello? For a second there, I thought he heard me. Oh, all right. Oh, all right then. I am
hold on, Bob. Yeah, I'm not hearing you, so hold on.
Oh, do not worry. I've taken control of the stream. Ha 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 ha! I will entertain the masses. There's nothing he can do to stop me now. First, we'll talk about all
Yeah,
things
go ahead. Yeah,
shiny.
Bob, go ahead. Go ahead and while I figure this out.
That's funny. I'm actually just like running my mouth being funny. And you're like, wait, what? So, how is everyone doing tonight? I hope you're doing quite well. I've been watching a lot of My Hero Academia. It's been fun. I've also been, getting my web slinger on in the Spidey game because I finally got a PS4. Don't judge me. Eh, that's right. Mute yourself. Mute! So I can have the power. But, yeah, been doing a lot of that lately. Frickin'. Uh, also been trying to get through Diablo 4. I think I'm getting close to the end of the storyline. I need to, get to the end of the season, but I am absolutely positively cannot be bothered. Especially since I've been spending more time doing some drawing. Yes, that's what we'll do. Well, we will figure out art. Yes. Once, you know, Chuck gets back. He left us. He left me in charge. And now I'm just like drawing at straws to figure out what to talk about because I don't want to be. Oh, can you hear me now,
This
Chuck?
is weird. Like, what the heck is going on?
It's because StreamYards doesn't like you anymore. They found out that you were talking to another streaming service, and now they have like made it to where you will be punished for being so very uncommitted. Things have been a bit rough lately. My artist was forced to take a leave of absence, so production has been halted since the end of October. Oh, dude, that sucks. And that is the definition of like sad trombone noises, all right? Freaking the saddest of trombone noises. And then you got me who thankfully has just been putting in the work. A lot of the work, so I can carry my own book. And let's be honest, when I released the one that is my very avatar right now, I was like, I really don't have any excuse for.
Yeah, that is weird. Like, I sorry guys, I just cannot hear Bob at all. I got to figure this out, so I apologize here.
You're lame. So lame. Yep. Oh, I see that, Neo. StreamYards is all, like I said, they're all like, how dare you use OBS, you cheating bastard! I thought I was your number one woman. And we're all like, oh God, you're French and a man. And what? Running away. That's funny. Either way, I will say one thing I did get was me the 1989 Batman. Let's find my. Found out it's right here. There it is. I knew it, and it's plugged in because just as I had suspected. Have I got it set up good? Does it need one more? Yes, it does.
I found out what's going on here. Hold on. So somehow,
you started smoking meth.
There we go. So my tab got muted. So yeah, somehow Firefox decided to mute my tab. So gotta love it. Oh yes. Anyhow, now we're back. We're back.
And let's see if I got the yes. No, like I said, I was in the process of bragging about this.
Oh, the bats.
That is.
Is that the 1989 version?
That is an original 1989. Like,
oh, that's a lot of money. $45.
$45.
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
Dude, it was worth every freaking penny, dude. Like, granted, I didn't spend that, but that's because I freaking best way to explain it, I have a buddy that owns a freaking toy store. So I get everything generally at cost. So upside, most of the stuff I get from him is at cost. Like, I will freaking take that as a win. Yeah, no, what I was telling you about before the stream, dude. Now I got the entirety of the 2003. I had to. Or not 2003, 2013. 2003 is next.
Nice.
Oh, dude, you already know. Like, for like if you even one of the things I've been like one of the things I've been working on the set that these two are part of. All right,
Uh-huh.
give me a moment.
Cat, get off! Man, I'm not even up. I'm not even up 20 seconds, and the cat was right back on the.
Yep.
Nice. Yep, I actually have almost all those.
Oh, dude, I found them at the same friend's toy store. Like,
Nice.
dude. Well, I wanted the full set of that one just to have the original, like, of that release.
Uh huh.
So, I know you've been getting some new stuff yourself, and you're planning on
Yep.
showing them off before we get. I figure we get to showing off our new acquisition. You know, my cats are spoiled. I'm just saying. You know, my cats are spoiled.
Yep. So yeah, so got the Legion Go, for my birthday.
Mm.
So down with that. Down with that. So that's actually my birthday, my Christmas gift. Got the new Apple Watch.
And,
And got every pretty much everyone's favorite
I'm looking for the
Batman
classic.
Beyond.
I'm
What's
looking.
that?
I'm looking for the classic. I want the proper Batman Beyond costume.
Yeah, well,
The
this one. Yeah, this is actually this is not the uh Batman Beyond version. This is actually the Justice Lord at the end of season 4 DC Unlimited.
Justice. Wait, I don't remember seeing that one.
Yeah, that's when they revealed the whole thing about Terry and stuff like that. About him being the clone of Bruce. So yeah. So yeah. So yeah, they got that, and then I also have.
I thought he was still wearing the same style of or the original costume. But yes, that I do admit that is a good fucking figure.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I want the regular though. I want the granted. I have the you remember the animated series Superman Batman I had in the background? The
Yeah.
old background? Well, they're actually up on the wall over here now. Like, oh wait, you'll come back.
No, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm actually going to show you.
Oh, okay. Give me
That's why I'm like,
one.
I'll wait till you come back. All right.
Give me 1 second.
Oh, I forgot to do something. I'm dumb.
Supergirl decided to take a nosedive off of her platform. So
I forgot something very important that I just corrected. My Christmas lights weren't on.
Oh, I also got.
I got the tree on, dude. You best believe I got my Christmas tree on. That no, I want that figure. I'm not. No, I always like the '90s frickin' Superboy.
Oh, I'm hoping that Todd goes back and I'm hoping he releases the other version of him in the standard, like his casual outfit.
Mm.
And then I also picked up. Give me a second here. So Connor. The problem I have with the DC figures, they don't unless I use a stand, they don't want to stand up. And then then I also
as I look at my Green Lantern that's standing,
and I also got the Dark Knight version.
Mm-hmm.
So my goal is good. Because Superman's my second favorite character. I can't get that many Neymar figures, so I figured, hey, why not get Bruce or why not get Clark? I would love them to actually release a Clark figure. That would be awesome.
Like a straight up Clark figure?
Yeah, a straight up Clark figure. So,
bro.
Yeah, so like I was gonna pick up the Batman of the Dark Knight because they sold a 2-pack of just him and They sold a 2-pack of him and the thing, but I particularly don't care for the metal suit.
Mm.
I just would have rather have had him in his regular costume and stuff like that. But yeah,
But yeah, no. Now you can
and
see what I actually did. Let me get a
I
bit.
also got
Like,
a new retro handheld.
oh, nice, dude. No, so all right, I have to get one of the Superman the Animated Series figures, but I had to put my Black Suit '90s figure. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
I had to put that one with actual '90s Batman. Of course, you know those two together. Got to have Batman like print that I found at Ross for like $10. I like bet the Justice League. Like, and of course, you know, a whole bunch of Batmobiles on the wall. Like, I
Yeah.
had to, bro.
So anyhow, yeah, Neo, this is what I look like. Yeah.
I think he's
So
seen you.
yeah, but I've lost a lot of weight. So I'm actually down almost over 25 pounds.
Bet,
So
bet, bro. No. You're talking to the guy that's like, you know what I mean?
yeah, dude, but being at at 270, almost 280, dropping down to 252,
Yeah.
and then the doc. So my insulin,
Oh, that's
uh
right, because you became diabetic.
yeah, I'm type 2 diabetic. Yeah, one of the reasons why I don't use the camera much is because I'm kind of a private person for the most part. But the only reason why I turned it on is because I got new things. So you know,
We like to show, we like to show off new additions to our collection. Let's just be
yeah,
honest. Oh, dude.
yeah.
And
But anyhow, so yeah, uh, yeah. Ah, nice, the Grinch.
the Jim Carrey version. I needed it for the collection. I finally got it.
So yeah, the other thing too that I did was, and this is so I got on my PlayStation, I got purple. I don't know if I told you guys. I know Bob, I told you, but I guess I didn't tell other people. I actually got uh, I got the purple plates for the purple plates and the purple controller for the PlayStation 5. So now my PlayStation is purple versus being the drab white.
Dude,
So
I've still got, like I said, the one thing I do give the PlayStation 4, right?
5.
I have a PS4, thank you. Finally. And I've been like, you notice the Bob Webslinger Jones? That's
Uh-huh.
because I've been playing Spider Man. The only reason why I'm not playing it now is because so I figured out the reason why games were kind of meant to play on the projector. The projector had a really low refresh rate, so
So
everything
what was
was
your refresh rate? You should have had at least 60 megahertz.
29. Like,
What?
yep, like really low. It just everything looked like shit.
Well, then
So
you were probably playing. Probably what you were doing is you're playing even though it's a 30 frames, because technically 29 is 30 is considered 30 frames per second. Uh, Probably you had your refresh rate turned too high. That's why everything looked janky. Because what
well,
you have to do is if your screen doesn't support a 60 megahertz output, you have to actually turn your video card down and stuff like that, your graphics down.
you could do that on the PlayStation 4
Actually, it should automatically output at a 30 frames per second because they didn't go to 60
because it
until
still looks like
well.
shit.
Hold on, no, yeah, because is it a PlayStation Pro or is it a regular PlayStation 4?
Dude, I couldn't tell you. It's got a
Okay,
hard drive, it's got a disk drive. Like,
uh, well, there if you had a because the PS Pro, everything was outputs at 60 frames per second. The
yeah,
the the regular older one outputs at 30 frames per second. Very little 60 frames per second games. So yeah,
dude,
but
all I know is, once again, the buddy that owns the fucking toy store, I picked it 10 games up for like $180.
not bad. Not
Like,
bad. I actually have two PS3s here that I need to get rid of that were found in the trash, but they need repaired. But I don't have the money to repair them, so I'm thinking about just taking them to, putting them up for like 10, $15 and get rid of them.
right.
So, yeah.
I might even like take that, just like take him down to Chuck because he could probably use them for, because his name is also Chuck.
that
That's not a bad idea because
that's why you call me Spork.
well,
So,
for the longest time, yeah, it was so
well,
much easier because I like you were Spork in my head because everyone called him Chuck or Chucky. I always called him Chuck.
ah,
Like, it's just the way it is. Like,
it's just
I
the
just,
way
dude,
it
to be fair, I just love Chuck as a nickname for Charles. I always have. You could
Yeah,
thank Wolverine for that. And the fact that he always called Xavier Chuck.
that's why I took the nickname.
All right.
Yeah, you realize that's why I took the. Well, I, my family calls me Charlie, and I hate it because Charlie makes me feel like a wuss.
Well, yeah, but Chuck, man, it's like it's one of those, like, the best way to describe it, and let's be honest, like Batman and Wolverine are my two big like like the OG since I was a kid superheroes I've tried to emulate. You know what I mean?
Uh huh.
And it's why when I yes, Neo, I literally have a friend that owns a toy store. It's fucking amazing. But yeah, let's just say last night things got a little hairy.
And we're gonna talk about we're gonna talk about does he sell comics at his store too?
Yes, he does.
Okay,
But
we're gonna
not
talk.
like but he doesn't take any in like anymore because they just don't move.
Yeah, well, we're gonna talk about that. Unfortunately, I do have. We're gonna talk about. I find it funny that the guy who is part of the problem, or the couple guys that are part of the problem, while they realized what happened and they're trying to fix it. At the same point,
No,
they
no,
are part.
no. They are seeing the writing on the wall,
Yep.
and they are realizing now that they bet on the wrong horse.
Yep.
And
Yep.
now they're trying to do the oh please, I still want to have a career at the end of this. Like Mark Wade siding with frickin' what is his name? I can't even remember. The one that where they wrote the one book about
Well, I'm not talking about Wade. I'm actually talking about Mark Millar. So Mark Millar. So we're going to talk about that. That's going to be like our first topic. Well, actually, I want
to be fair, Mark Miller is also Scottish, so who cares what he says?
to.
Like, let's just be honest. But I'm Irish and Scottish. I get to say the Scottish aren't.
I'm Irish.
Barely counts as a person.
I'm part Irish, so yeah, I get the
Shut up, Bob. Don't even try to say that you try to claim what you smoking that meth. You picked up a bad meth habit.
My mom is Irish.
I didn't know that.
My mom is almost full Irish. The Italian comes from my dad's side of the family.
Yeah, but you look more Italian than you do Irish, dude. You look like, let's be honest, an Americanized Italian dude.
Well, yeah, but I do have Irish. Like I look like I look like my grandparent, my grandfather, and on my dad's side, and my grandfather on my.
That's your Patrick wasn't.
So, before we get into that topic, I want to first talk about Twitch. What the hell is Twitch? What the hell is Twitch thinking?
Twitch knew! Okay, here's the thing. Okay, one, because pornography is an easy path to money. Okay.
Oh, of course.
Two, no one. Let's be honest. I think they're trying to purposely corrupt kids because then they can just easily let the degeneracy be on these platforms. and not have
Well,
to worry about it because,
well,
well, it's always been on these platforms.
excuse me, I'm sorry. So
Hey, we're coughing for two different reasons, okay?
yeah. So the thing is, like I think Amazon basically came and because Amazon owns Twitch, and I think Amazon came to Twitch and say, look, you guys need to do something. You need to start making money, or we're coming in and taking over.
And
Twitch, hold on, let me finish my, and then I'll let you.
Oh yeah. I was just adding the "and" once again as emphasis because I figured you were about to make your point of.
So I think that Amazon came in and said, look, you guys need to fix your shit, or we're gonna come in and take over, and you're basically, they're gonna Darth Vader them. See, you know what I mean? They're gonna say, you don't like it, you're not gonna like it when we take over, because look what they did to Comixology. So,
to the terms of our agreement.
yeah. So I think what and Amazon loves money, so they see it. They see the amount that OnlyFans is making. They're like, you know what? We want a piece of that pie. But the problem is,
what fucking Neo put that.
yeah, well, of course, throw those $7 can feed a family for a week. Hell yeah! Here's
Only,
the thing.
for a simple donation of $15 a month, you can help feed this prostitute and her family for a single day, and you'll get photos in the mail from her that are risque and pornographic in nature.
It's like,
look into your heart. How could you deny these women, these women who have such needs, your hard-earned money? Look deep into your heart and give.
I think I think it comes back to they saw the kind of money that Chatterbait and that OnlyFans is making. Amazon, because Jeff Bezos, he can't control himself. He has to have his money. He wants to own the world. Big difference between him and Elon. Elon doesn't want to rule the world, but at the same time, Elon is not the saving grace that everybody thinks he is. But anyhow, like I just think what I think Twitch is not realizing, if you want the government on your ass, put a sign as nudity. They're gonna come after you. They are going to go after Twitch completely, because if they're not going to age gap it, they're going to allow artistic nudity under the age of 18, and that kids can see it while it's not being in the front page, because they said, oh, it's not going to be on the front page, but you can still go into it if you find the
to be fair, there was a report that recently came out that Twitch was having other issues with a certain type of individual that nobody likes, that has certain predilections, and that's basically been part of the problem that they've been having as well. So, yeah, like Twitch was already having other investigation. Now they're just like, in their hope to get more revenue, they're just going to be fully investigated now.
This is just me, and I know people are going to say, well, that's just the Christian part of me. The thing is, I just have this sneaky feeling that this is going to be a slippery slope that's going to allow pornography to be legalized under the age of 18.
It is, dude. It is. Like, let's be honest. Let's talk about this logically. Okay. Up until gay marriage was more or less legalized by the Supreme Court, the big thing that Republicans were saying as to why they did not want the to allow the marriage of same-sex individuals was because it was a slippery slope that would lead to exactly where we're at now.
Yeah.
And the thing is this is just another in a long line of areas that I guess you could say they have capitulated the we have culturally capitulated on because we the majority was so afraid of being called bigots
Hmm.
that they didn't say anything, and those individuals that supported this type of behavior, because I bet you if you look at the whoever signed off on this, I bet you they're going to have ties to leftist groups.
Yeah.
I bet you 10 to 1.
and,
Because
and
right wingers wouldn't do this shit.
yeah, it's just it's I know where it's leading. Unfortunately, it's going to become the new battleground. Honestly,
It is.
we're gonna move on, and if we don't allow pornography for kids under the age of 18, they're
Remember
going.
what? Remember the one journalist that tweeted out, "Why don't we have porn for kids?" Do you
Yeah,
not remember
yeah.
that?
No, I
They're
remember
telling
it.
us in our face, Chuck. That is their fucking goal. This is not a surprise to anyone because they've been saying for fuck all ever. This is their goal. This is what they want to do.
Well,
They
which
want.
we
They
know
want
what
this.
which we know where is it going to lead to next? Pedophilia.
Of course, they're trying to like. Then we know it's because if Epstein's Island, like his list,
Yeah.
ever comes out, there a bunch of their names is going to be on that motherfucker.
Yeah. That's my big concern is like this is going to be the new battleground, and if we don't allow it, we're gonna be called ageist or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's going to be
Well,
it's
think about it.
amazing to it's amazing to me that I would have never thought that I would see the day that technically, I mean, literally, pornography is already available for kids under the age of 18. They can go on,
Four kids,
and
four kids in school.
yeah, yeah.
Books that we would classify as pornographic are in certain like books in schools in leftist states.
That's
Don't
that. No, 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 no. It's also it is in the red states too, dude. Don't let that fool
I
you.
bet.
Oh, do not let that fool you. It is in some of it is in some of these big cities and small cities
Oh, I dude,
in the
you would
blue
tell
in
me
the
that it was. If you tried telling me that it wasn't in Tulsa, OKC, Norman, I would look at you and laugh my mother trucking balls off because those are the three bluest areas in Oklahoma.
No,
Just
but it's not just. Well, I'm telling you, Bob. It's just not in the blue cities either. It's in the red cities too, or the out in the smaller outer areas. It is everywhere because what it is it's all this. Even the small schools, unless it's like a private school, it is it is through everything. Pastor Jack actually just did a video recently, and I don't like I like to keep my religion on other stuff, you know what I mean, separate from here, but it kind of ties into the whole thing of where they're moving indie stuff. Like, this is why it's all a battle, because
it's why we are in the space that we are
yeah.
because the mainstream has fallen. They are trying to push degeneracy. So that's why, for instance, like my comic, I am making like a active push for like when I start getting to where like I redraw my comic because now I can draw better. So you know what I mean?
Yeah, like,
I
so
redraw a whole freaking thing.
j-
So
just just so people understand, I have nothing against pornography. Okay, I have nothing against books that have sexual content in it, as long as it's two kids over, as long as they are consenting adults at the age of 18 and over.
and
I don't care, and it's done at home or it's done in the privacy of your own home. I don't care what they do. Because yes, here's the reason why. Because if we ban those,
oh
they're going to ban the Bible. and I don't want
dude, that is the goal, bro.
I
Like,
know, but what I'm saying,
media and physical, like
well,
everything. Like that's
they
why I
already
have several Bibles of my own.
they already
Oh,
have. Hold on. They already have schools that have actually called for banning the Bible because since Christians have called for censoring of sexual content for under the age of 18, they have asked that the Bible be banned too because it also has its own. Look, the Bible. If you read the people have read the Bible, it does have its own sexual content in it.
Oh yeah,
Like the song of Solomon, because the song of Solomon is a love letter written between Solomon and a Shulamite girl. And I don't have, but it's not done in the way that
no, I get it. I,
yeah.
I I know what you're talking about. But Christmas present from my grandmother,
Oh,
actual Catholic Sunday missal from, I think it's like 19. Like I couldn't even tell you.
so
Like,
speaking of which I'm going to be start doing here myself on my other channel is I'm going to be doing Bob.
that freaking Mike
So
Fritz.
So on my other channel, I'm actually going to be doing daily readings on my Christian channel. I'm gonna be doing devotionals and stuff like that. Now I'm gonna release it. I probably won't be able to release one every day, but I'm gonna break it down a little bit more than what the way they have it. But yeah, I'm gonna start doing devotionals and stuff like that. To help. But the thing is, yeah, you see, the thing is, like I don't, I'm not, I
Yeah,
uh
1941.
Nice, nice. I actually got a Bible dictionary from 1923.
Ooh, very.
Yeah, and it's before. And the thing is, it's also before the Israel was a country again. So like it actually has like the different theories in there. But yeah, but yes, yeah, Bob,
Oh,
or
oh,
Neo is.
oh.
Hold on, let me finish, please. Yes, Neo is. You are correct. They are going to ban the Bible, and they will not mess with the Quran.
Of course not. And we should
So
define it is irony because it's like you do realize one, y'all's hatred of Mary is not tolerated by fucking Muslims. You do not
who
say
who hates
word
Mary?
about Mary and frickin'
Who
like
who who hates Mary? We don't
yeah,
hate Mary.
the leftists hate Mary. Like, dude,
Uh,
Southern Baptists hate Mary. Okay,
no,
don't even get
no,
me started on.
no. The Southern Baptists do not hate Mary. They regard Mary very well. They just don't believe she's she remained a virgin and she wasn't born she didn't remain a virgin all the way through life. We rever Mary very well that she was going to born the Messiah, but she was not born without original sin. That's the big difference.
Where like you saying that to me is like I have to fight the urge like my Muslim brothers. Bro, do not say an unkind word about Mother Mary, man.
Yeah, but I can prove from the Bible that Mary had other children. So
Or Joseph had other children because he had multiple wives, and all I got to say in
no,
response to that,
there's
all I gotta
nothing in
say
the Bible. No,
Ave
no, no,
Maria,
no, no,
gratia
no, no, no.
Dominus tectum
Bob,
benedicta
Bob,
tu.
Bob. That is Christian tradition, but it's nowhere in the Bible does it say that Joseph had another wife at all. Period. They actually give the lineage of Joseph. They never say anything about him having another wife. Period. That is made up. That was made up by that wasn't made up by the Catholic Church. That was made up by the early church fathers who believed Joseph had another wife because of Mary's age and that she died. But no, that's not the case. There's proof that from the lineage of Matthew and Luke, there was Joseph only ever had one wife.
I'm Don't make me.
But anyhow, yes.
Those are
But
Billy Raves,
yeah. This is not our theological channel to talk this
right?
point.
Where we can sit here and argue about the fact that it's like what happens when you have in a world where a Protestant
But
and a Catholic are in a podcast.
so like
Everything turns into a debate.
the thing is, like, I think coming back to it, like, I just got to think, like, you know, I think Twitch opened themselves up to a major lawsuit, and yeah. So, but let's move on to our other topic. This is the one I really wanted to talk about was the cancel pigs and the state of the comic book industry. And yeah.
Oh.
So
Can I get Ouroboros for 500, Alex?
it's just this so for those who don't know, so cancel pig is a hashtag on Twitter or X as they like to be called, which I think is the dumbest name in the freaking world.
All I gotta say to that is X gonna give it to you.
Yeah. So basically, and this is what I find funny. It was not coined by the thing was not coined by Comicsgate. It was actually coined by Mark Millar of all people. He's the one that came up with it, and it's like, holy shit! Talk about being based, and like
No. Mark Millar will never be based. Mark Millar will always be Scottish. All right, he will never be based. There's only enough based in Scotland for fucking Count Dankula, okay? He left none for anyone else, okay? He is the based in Scotland. He had all of it. The whole country's supply.
The thing is, like, what I like, I know a lot of people are saying, oh, we have all these people here that say, oh, comics aren't dead. Comics aren't dead. Here's the thing. They're not dead. But you know what? New comics, what's keeping the industry alive are people getting back issues.
Yes.
And the manga industry. That's what's keeping the comic industry alive.
And to some extent, indies. Like,
well, yeah, indies, but the mainstream media doesn't count indies for nothing, unfortunately.
Well, yeah, but we all know more people learn about, like, for instance, Antarctic Press because Ben Dunn has managed to be a very smart businessman with that. Like, even I, like,
sadly, he got hit. They actually had to cancel a couple titles. So, yeah, so, like, I mean, you really want to understand. And the thing is, like, but the problem is they're not gonna stop at the comic book industry. They're gonna go after the manga market next.
Oh, they're already trying to. What's funny?
because the translators, what they're doing is they're coming through they're using the translators.
Yeah,
to kill the market
is what they call it.
Yep, the localization. They're going to use the localization to kill the market.
Come on, bro. Just because I don't watch a lot of anime, read a lot of manga, doesn't mean I don't somewhat pay attention to what's going on in that aspect of the culture war. Because that's what this is. This is a culture war, my friend, and in the culture war, nothing is sacred. Your enemy's sacred cows are your for sure targets. I'm surprised they haven't tried to come out with a black, non-binary or trans, gay Jesus just to trigger Christians. Because they're like, we got to do that.
Yeah.
Because that is a very sacred thing to Christians. They would attack, freaking Muhammad in the same way if they could, but they know Muslims wouldn't tolerate it.
Yeah, right? Yeah, like,
and we're not we're not even talking about the third religion in the Abrahamic trio, just for obvious reasons.
Yeah, but so, like, here's the thing I want to bring up a point. So our favorite person, that everybody's blocked by. Give me a second here. I gotta get my screen over there.
Yeah.
Screen one. There we go. So okay. So I wanted to bring this up here.
Oh
So
yeah.
our favorite person, she's like, "You're welcome," and then you got our boy Zach and being a little base saying 40% of your coworkers were laid off this year, and IDW was delisted from the New York Stock Exchange. The massive bump in sales is due to manga, YA, graphic novels. Now, of course, when graphic novels they're talking about back issues or stuff that is like, for instance, like me picking up DC versus the Vampires.
Yeah.
You know,
Like the thing I showed earlier with the mask and everything, that still technically counts because it comes with the
yep.
graphic novel of Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah, exactly. So and this is the thing is like, what people don't understand is, you know, yeah,
Oh,
the comic industry may seem like it's doing well. The problem is it's not. Here's the thing though, it might be doing well right now, but it's going to come down because, like, I was there was an industry. I'm trying to think about what it was. Um,
well, also,
uh,
hold up. Also, didn't Marvel and DC raise the price of their books in
yeah,
2021?
yes, they did. DC is up to, I think most of their titles are up to either 4.99 or 5.99.
And let's be honest, that would also probably be a big chunk to account for that. And also notice the last part of that. And crowdfunding being added to the sales report. When you have, so that means there, if you do good enough, so that means Ripa, his fucking book, like Esau, the first one that came out in 2022, if I remember right, that counts.
I didn't think they counted. I didn't think they counted crowdfunding. But anyhow, okay. So yeah, so like, but yeah, I mean, the thing is, we do know the thing is, for me, I think the thing is that it's not. It is not the new comics coming out. I mean, heck. Okay, so give you a point in case. So you know how I'm a huge fan of Power Girl. I love Power Girl. I love Power. I like Power Girl. I like
you
Supergirl. I'm a
like
huge
the boob window because she's got a lot going on with that.
well, I'm a huge Super Family fan,
Oh
and
yeah, yeah. Dude, I'm just giving you shit because the Bat Family doesn't really have any of that. So it's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I know why you like Power.
but so which sucks because Helena, I think she could pull off. Well, no, she's got sexy going, especially with her skimpy outfit, the Huntress outfit, you know. But anyhow, so
Yeah, but her best outfit. Well, I guess it was her more skimpier outfit. The early '90s.
yeah, the early '90s, all the way up till all the way through the Power Girl run, she had a skimpy outfit on. They only
But
recently
it
changed her
makes
back.
sense because she was mainly a stealth fighter anyway,
Yeah.
and she would use her sexiness as a distraction.
So
Like Helena Bertinelli, they're the reason why Helena Bertinelli was a cold bitch, man.
yeah. So
Like,
I
I said,
think
I named my cat wrong.
so. Like the girl, like the girl who's currently writing
Ah.
the girl who's currently writing Power Girl just does not know who Power Girl is. They gave her a whole new power set. They basically are making her a clone. Like she's the future version of Supergirl, and I'm like, well, no, Supergirl and Power Girl kind of have two different. While they're
Isn't
similar,
Power Girl technically the Silver Age Supergirl?
she's the Earth 2 Supergirl. But yeah, that would be the golden the Silver Age Supergirl.
Exactly. So, like, it would make sense that. Sorry. It makes sense that she'd have a different power set.
Well, she had kind of more like there is some there's some she wasn't as strong as Clark ever was in the Earth 2 version of her. Um, but there was some playing around that she has some psychic powers. So now they kind of are playing that up with her having these psychic abilities and stuff like that, which I don't really have a problem with. But the way they're doing it isn't coming off the way it should be.
It's
It's
coming
just
off girl bossy. Like,
yeah. Like she's no longer Karen Starr. She got rid of the name Karen Starr. She's got this whole new name, and I am betting, this is just me, that this is not going to be the actual Power Girl. It's either going to be a clone or it's going to be uh someone else who took the form of uh Power Girl, because Power Girl was trapped in an interdimensional thing during the thing. But then to do the same thing, like Zack Snyder, he knows nothing of what Wonder Woman is. He's writing Wonder Woman as this like, I don't know. Like Wonder
dude,
Woman was always kind of, she was always kind of revolutionary, but she wasn't like
well, she's never as strong as Superman. Okay, like, but her whole thing was she was never meant to be as strong as him, but she certainly was never one of, like, the whole idea of her constantly being bondage was because her creator was a dirty degenerate. All right.
right. Yeah, no, well, I know that, but I'm talking about when they, the thing is like with her, Wonder Woman. The thing is, Wonder Woman was willing to do Wonder Woman was willing to do the stuff that Batman and Superman were not willing to do.
Oh yeah, she will murk you in a heartbeat.
Yeah, yeah. That's the thing, is because she is a warrior through and through. Yes,
This man is too much of a danger to live in society. Snap!
Look,
no, Max Lord!
Oh, yes! Yeah. Like that, and he's not the only one she's taken out too. While the thing is, when I read that issue of her breaking Max Lord's neck, I was like, holy shit, Wonder Woman. Okay, Wonder Woman is willing to do what Batman and Superman are not willing to do.
Like one of the key differences between Marvel and DC. Because Marvel, their heroes are willing to kill all the time.
Yeah.
DC, that's one of the big rules, that their heroes are really not allowed to break.
So and to me, like, that's really like, I think for me, like, yes, does Wonder Woman stand for does Wonder Woman stand, she's a lot like Superman in that she does stand for truth, justice, and the American way, but she is also about girl power. But the way she did girl power was not boss bitch girl power.
It was, we show people compassion, love, consideration. Show them that you can be strong and have these things, not be a bitchy girl boss that everyone hates to be around because she's constantly just insufferable.
Yeah, so but when you push her too far, because there are times she's killed Ares. Like, there's several times she's killed Ares throughout the series. Now you could say, well, the guy's a god, so that's a little bit different.
And to be fair, that's pretty much her purpose, is, like, if I remember right, to replace him because he's such a wild card that's uncontrollable.
Right.
She was basically groomed to fight him and replace him.
Yeah, because that's what Hera and Zeus wanted. They imbued her with all those powers. Hera, Zeus, Artemis, Athena, and stuff like that. They gave her all those powers. Like, she doesn't just have the powers of like Shazam or something like that. She's got the powers of all of like all the entire Greek gods. You know what I mean?
Well, so, it's part of the reason why that scene in the, like, I love the animated movies, Death and the new ones, Death and Return to Superman, where they show Wonder Woman, where they finally have her start having her hair down.
Yeah.
And they have it done in the most, like, it makes sense way. The one time she finally got her shit rocked.
Yeah.
was by freaking fighting Doomsday.
Yeah, well, see, and that's the thing is like if anybody's read the Death of Superman, the entire Justice League, like the movie, was skimpy on a lot of the stuff. Like Doomsday, really, like in the comics, he really,
Job.
like he really messed up the Justice League before. You, I mean, I think Hawkman was originally like killed, like, and then like Green Lantern like got his back broken.
Like they scaled back a lot of stuff because
yeah,
but
they were trying to make it accessible to kids and stuff like that, which I don't have a problem with, you know. But I mean, the fact of Death of Superman
Doomsday was meant to be a dude that wasn't playing around in the DC universe.
well,
When Doomsday shows up, like superheroes with a storied past that knows who he is supposed to practically shit themselves because they're not ready for that fight.
yeah. The only person
Doomsday's supposed to be.
To me, the only person I feel who's always ready for that type of fight is Superman.
Huh?
To me, Superman, like, and that's the only time. Well, that and also when he was fighting the elite. That is the only two times you had ever seen Superman really go over, like, when he was fighting Superman versus the Elite, when he was fighting what's his name,
I think I have that and I've yet to watch it.
So he was fighting Jack, like he says, like I could literally.
I've seen the clips. I've seen it. It's why I want to see the movie because I want to see how far they pushed him to get him to do that.
Oh, dude, they bust his like that.
They do a lot of shit. And
Manchester Black.
To get the big blue Boy Scout have to like scare them that badly, they had to. The only time Clark ever does something that janky is when you've pissed him off.
Yeah,
like, he won't kill you, but he will fuck with you.
I mean, the thing is, like he doesn't like I know like a lot of people are like I know a lot of people bitch at the end of Man of Steel with him killing Zod and stuff like that. To me, like I didn't have a problem with that because I see him seeing that was his last resort. That Zod was not going to stop. So, and that's where Superman comes back from. He's like he's willing to do everything he can to get it to stop. And taking the life is the last thing he wants to do.
Because that's the very last Kryptonian. And
well, yeah. He's by. You see him freaking out, and he yells and screams because he realizes not only is he the last Kryptonian, he was hoped because he sees the good in everyone. He knows even though he knows Zod is wicked and evil, and Zod's not going to change. He tried to change him to get him to see, like, look, dude.
Well, hold. The best way to describe Zod, all right, is the speech where he's all like, everything I do is to protect Krypton, to protect my people.
Right, and Superman's the flip opposite of that. Superman will do anything to protect humans. So you have this dichotomy of these two characters. Bitch, dude, Superman got a standing ovation in my pack theater when he broke Zod's neck. I didn't stand and clap, but I was like, holy shit. Because, in Superman 2, they kind of alluded, that Zod and Ursula and what's his name died when they fell into the Fortress of Solitude.
And can we be honest real quick? The Man of Steel did give us one of the coldest line ever. All right, a good death is its own reward.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that is a cold line.
Yeah, what, dude? That scene with with Stabler. I always call him Stabler, but Christopher Melini and um, what's her name, Ursa.
Yeah.
I just think that was like, to me, like that was showing that this dude's got
Oh no.
balls.
Oh no. You know, if they had like lived through that outside of it, and like she was stuck on Earth, cut off from the rest, you know that the way she looked at him, ooh, I found my human. I'm keeping you alive. If we live through this, you're mine. Because like when she looked at him because he kept fighting, she pulled out he pulled out his knife, she pulled out hers, and she says the line to him.
Yeah.
You could tell the look in her, like her eyes. She's like, I like this human. He's my human.
Yeah, like I really think like that's the big reason why I think Zack Snyder, like as much as I love Man of Steel, like DC really dropped the ball. They should have given us a second. They really should have done a second Superman before they did BVS. I'm
Right.
sorry. Yeah, I just think
I think we could have done a standalone Affleck movie, a
yeah,
standalone like a standalone Wonder Woman movie. Like they rushed into Justice League. They should have let Snyder work on Justice League while they're having all these actors are literally going from shooting their solo movies while working on Justice League, and have all their solo movies set up to where Batman comes out and it ties into something going on, and like at the end of Wonder Woman, that
yeah.
and it's the slow building of the league. And even though it's like over 5 movies, 6 movies, you find out at the end of it, it's only taken place over a series of 2, 3 days, and they are literally forming the Justice League over these movies.
See,
And
yeah, I
so,
would. Here's what I would have done. You still could have done. You could have done Superman 1, Batman 1, and Wonder Woman 1. Okay, then you do BVS where you introduce them. But then after BVS, they should have done a single Superman movie, two, and then that's when they should have done Wonder Woman 2, Batman 2, and then the Justice League. And at the same time, they could have still done Aquaman and the Flash and stuff like
well,
that. I just think
either way,
these.
like they had to build up. The thing is Warner Brothers wanted that, and we've talked about this before. Warner Brothers wanted that instant MCU cash, and so like that. I still say Bizarro Zod was a missed opportunity.
Yep, it was. Yep, that should not have been Doomsday. It should have been Bizarro Zod. 100%. That should
Me
have been
and
the
beat
bill.
Superman.
Yep, that should have been, to me. That should have been Superman 2. Everything that Lex did in BVS should have been Superman 2.
And it could have
Yeah,
built up to like I still stand by. He Jesse Eisenberg is a great choice for Lex Luthor, and what they should have had him do, bro. You're gonna have to get some muscle on you. You're gonna have to get big, and they should have stuck him in prison and then had him come out, right? And when you see him again, you just see Jesse Eisenberg without a shirt on, and he's swole. You know what I mean?
yeah, because like I think that's the thing is like every Lex, every Luthor that we have gotten has been the nerdy type of Luthor. It's never been the buff Lex from Superman the animated series.
Or the
Because even
comic.
even Michael Rosenbaum, as much as I love Rosenbaum as Lex, like I still think
He could have put on a few more pounds of muscle. Not much. He
yeah,
was already almost there. He just needed a little bit of work.
yeah, like I really think like and I think honestly there was a lot that kind of left out even on the Smallville show that Lex could have done. There could have been like I really wish they would have brought
What
in.
I want to know what I like about that version though is they have Lex and Clark at the end. They're still friends. He knows who Superman is. Like, and the fact him stopping by the farm the way like the whole scene from the crisis, like CW crisis and everything,
Yeah,
where they mentioned Lex Luthor trying to kill him. He's like, wait, the president's in town? Like, Lex would, that version of Lex is obviously his friend when he's like, what, really? No. You know what I mean?
Well,
Because
what's interesting is both Welling and Rosenbaum. They've because they're still really good friends.
ah,
With with each other, and they actually were talking about like they want to do like they approach Warner Brothers to do a new Superman movie. They want to do a Superman made for TV movie based in the Smallville universe.
nice. And I really do hope it's them actually being friends and like, and Lex is just kind of like, nah, dude, you know me. I always have a plan, and it's literally the whole time he's
I
been working with Superman.
I think for me the only thing in Smallville I really think they dropped the ball on, and this is just me, that they should have in season 10 he should have been in the suit the entire time. I didn't like the whole blur thing. I felt that it was their way. They had to get around this super suit because they had that. Warner Brothers had that, like they did with the bat embargo. They had the suit embargo on Smallville.
Uh huh.
I
No tights, no flights.
Yeah, and I really think to me like I didn't have an issue with him not flying because he wasn't. You know what? I always felt like him jumping because I like the fact of like him leaping a tall building and a single bound. Like I like that aspect of him because that's the nod to the Fleischer version of Superman. The early version of Superman where
Yep.
before he got his flying powers and stuff like that. So I didn't have any issue with that. Um, I just feel, but by the end though, I know the last episode they had him fly, pushing Earth out or Apocalypse out of the way and stuff like that. I just felt like to me the last season should have been him actually donning the suit, him wearing the suit. It was a missed opportunity in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, I still love the show. I love all 10 seasons of the show. I've been rewatching.
I have season
Small.
10. I have
I've
season
been
10 on DVD. I need to get the other 9, and then I'm going to watch it and shotgun the whole series.
I have it on my Plex server.
I want physical. I want physical. Maybe because I can pop it in the DVD player, and basically, if I need to stop somewhere, I can turn off my DVD player and come back and continue watching where it was.
Well, I can do that with the Plex server too. So, but anyhow,
yeah, but it's a lot more of a pain in the ass to set it up onto my projector than my DVD player.
Yeah, see, I have all 10 seasons on DVD too, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I don't. I don't have the projector hooked up to my computer anymore.
The other thing too that I really loved about Smallville was, and I know we got to get back to our topic. The other thing I loved about Smallville was I loved Erica Durance as Lois. Like it was a nod to. It was a kind of a nod to all the Lois Lanes. You know what I mean? She was quirky, yet at the same time, like she was, kick ass. She had that military training and stuff like that. She had more of a military training than what a lot of the other versions of her had. Yeah, that's fine, Neo. But like one of the big things is, I felt the other thing I felt they dragged too long of was the relationship between Clark and Lana.
Of course.
I think them doing 7 seasons of that whole thing with them, like it just really
that should have been 4 tops, and he should have moved on to Lois at the frickin'
5 seasons. When they killed Jonathan off. Like to me, that's when Jonathan died and they started doing that transition where Martha was taking over. That's when him and Lois should have been starting to grow closer. Now, I will say I love the Chloe character, because Chloe was a great character that they came up with.
I'm not gonna lie, to find out what all happened with Allison Mack is kind of a tragedy.
Yeah,
probably because I always thought Allison Mack was really freaking cute.
She was cute. She was very cute. I just hate I just hate that you know that they turned what she turned into. Like it sucks. But like the show, like I think the other thing I love about the show, they kind of took all the lot of the characters from the Superman mythos and they kind of made their own versions, like they did with Ollie, they did with Cyborg, Aquaman. You know, we got them. We got a live wire version, but I know small. They were all different. I mean, we got the Doomsday version of that world. We got the Apocalypse version, the Granny Goodness, and we still got the so we got a lot of the main things. Now we got Brainiac, which I love James Marster as Brainiac. I thought he was great as Brainiac. So like I felt like that was good. The only other thing I was disappointed in was that I felt that them taking Supergirl out, only her only being there one season. That was the other thing I think was missed. I really think that could have been another relate. I think that could have been a good relationship between having his cousin there, and even though like she was off, might have been off doing her own thing. There was they should have had her in more episodes in season 8 and stuff like that to help out because I just really felt that 8 and 9, I felt that like it was something Clark needed. But
Yeah.
I get what they wanted to do. They were trying to bring the whole thing was about him being the last son of Krypton. I get that. But yeah, I mean, like none of these, none of these Superman series are. They're 100%. I mean, I think that one of the weakest things I think of Smallville has that I think that Superman and Lois has fixed is the kryptonite thing. I felt that one of the problems was the ongoing kryptonite powered type things. I think the way they did it in Superman and Lois was a lot better. It kind of it. You know what I mean? Do you remember what you know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Like
do.
I felt like it was too much of the bad kryptonite villain of the week.
Yes. Like it worked at first when they were first, then it just got to the end of okay, this is freaking played out, dude.
Yeah, especially like at the end of like season 4 or by season 4, like I felt like that it was I was over it. Now kryptonite does kryptonite have to be always in it? Yes, because that's what weakens Superman. I wish they would have used magic a lot more. I did like when they had Isabella, where Lana gets Isabella. So I like that he discovers that magic is a weakness he has. So there were things that I liked, but I just felt like they did too much. I think they did like them killing Jonathan off. They it was a nice evolution they had to do. I was
Which
okay
I
with him
hate because I always feel like if you're Clark's dad, expect to die horribly someday.
at some point. Because at some point, yeah, he's got to die. You know,
Like no, no, only in live action. If he's cartoon or comic version, he gets to live. He'll have a heart attack, die, bring Clark back, whatever. But
yeah,
if he's a live action version, yeah, you're gonna die, bro. I'm sorry.
pretty much so. Yeah. So, yeah, but I think that's the biggest thing is because he wasn't in Superman and Lois. Jonathan wasn't alive. You know, because remember when his mom, because technically his mom died the first episode of
Yep.
Superman and Lois. Because that's the whole reason why they end up moving back was because of the kids growing up and Martha dies. So,
I
but
mean,
anyhow,
what I've
yeah.
seen of it is good. I heard it got canceled though.
Uh, no, I thought it has a season 4 coming out. I think it's the season 4. They usually air it during the summertime. Uh, because I know season 3 was like one of the. Let me see. Superman and Lois, season 4. Uh, Yep, they get an official release. We are getting a fourth season,
Okay.
but I do believe that it is the last season.
Okay.
Um.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The guy that they got playing Superman on that, what I've seen of him, he does a good job. Like I
Oh.
give him that.
Oh, Tyler Hoechlin, like I really like to me, I really think they casted him very well, and
Like
I think the
the
woman they got to play Lois is really good too.
well, he sold me on him being a good choice for the fucking
Oh, that first episode with him in the Fleischer costume.
yes. So he's like, "Thanks, my mom made it for me." I was like,
Yeah,
"Yep, that's
yep,
Superman."
yep. To me, so yeah, that is yeah, definitely. Now where am I on? I am really on the fence with the Superman Legacy. I think they're trying to jam too many characters into the movie. I think now here's my problem. You do a younger you do a younger Superman. Part of the problem is his legacy has been told and told and retold and retold and retold. You
Yep,
have Man of Steel, which is a young version of Superman. It's when he even before he's Superman. So
yep. And
you,
Henry Cavill, the miscalculation that they made getting rid of him. James Gunn thought he was bigger than Henry Cavill as Superman, and James Gunn very quickly found out no, we fans really actually like Henry Cavill and think he's fucking G and think that James Gunn himself is kind of a creepy douchebag.
yeah, I think to me this is just me. I think it's going to be
It's gonna
I
make
I
money. Don't even say it's not.
I
Like, we
this
know
is
it's going to.
I don't know. I don't know. Um, he's got to sell the character. The person who they have playing him has to sell the character, and I got to see what he looks like because here's the thing: when I saw that one shot of Cavill in the suit in front of the bank vault, that to me sold. Henry Cavill sold it. That first shot of him looking like here's
You
the thing.
just been thrown into a bank vault.
Yeah, yeah. I think for if you're gonna sell this new guy uh um um
Superman.
as Superman, now I will say I love the fact they got Nicholas Holt as Lex Luthor. I am down with seeing that. I would because I love Nicholas Holt. I think he's a great actor. Um, I don't know if he I don't know what he's going to be able to carry the Lex Luthor the way so the other guy
Eisenberg.
Eisenberg or even Gene Hackman or Kevin Spacey because I say what you will, Kevin Spacey was unfortunately. I know you and I have had this discussion before. Kevin Spacey was too much like Gene Hackman. He should have been his
Yes.
own. He should have been his own character, a version of Lex. Um, but
That
anyhow,
whole movie was a missed opportunity. Let Brandon Ruth be his own fucking Superman. He did a good job.
yeah,
He gets
yeah.
no hate for no reason. The only hate he gets hate because they, once again, Warner Brothers said you're gonna make this movie the way we want it, instead of letting Bryan Singer do what they freaking paid him to do.
Um, yeah. Give me a second here. Like,
Quick.
I think, I think,
superhero movie to be an origin story. You can make a quick allusion to the origin backstory, but it needs to not be the crux of the entire film.
I agree.
Like, and when you have, let's be honest, they just the way they did a lot of the shit in that movie, like you can tell they were just trying to play off of the fact that the nostalgia for the Christopher Reeve movies. Let's just call it what it is.
Yeah. I don't know. Let's see here. Like, will David? See, here's the thing. If you're, I think the guy who they're getting to play David Cornuswet, to me looks like if they're gonna do a young Superman, he looks more like the classic Superboy. You know what I mean? Like to me he looks like the Superboy character, not the Superman character. And you know what
Yeah.
I mean by the Superboy character, not Connor. I'm talking about the classic 1960s Superboy. You know, um, that's just me. Uh, you got to sell the suit now. I know a lot of people say, well, no, a lot of people say, well, Christopher Reeves wasn't jacked in the first Superman in any of the Superman movie. If you actually look at him in Superman 3, he was a lot more buff than he was in Superman 1 and 2. But anyhow, I just don't know if yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for I'm gonna wait to
This
see him what he
actually
looks
has
like.
been to show if he's going to be a good fit. Because let's be honest, take for instance Ben Affleck. All right, when you watch the early commercials for Daredevil, he looked like he was selling the role. Then when you see the theatrical cut, and we're like, what? Then you see the director's cut, and we're like, what? We could have gotten this. Why did we get shat on?
Yeah, especially the fact of if you're gonna have, and I think what's gonna be part of the issue is, um, who are you gonna if you want to rebuild the Superman universe, are you gonna do a new Wonder Woman because Gal Gadot made a I just think there's a lot of things they're gonna in all honesty if they're going to I think they're going what they're gonna do is they're gonna keep what's his name as Batman, the Reeves version of Batman. He's gonna be Batman. This David guy is gonna be the thing. I think they're gonna Gal's gonna be out. I think they're gonna replace her.
Well,
I
I think the lacking success of the Aquaman movie, the Aquaman sequel, is probably going to mean that Momoa's out too.
Yeah, because I have a sneaky feeling that Aquaman is gonna flop. That's just me. So anyhow, let's kind of get back to we kind of went off our tangent here, But I think if we look at where we're at here in the comic book industry, you know, and this is just not the comic book industry. I'm talking about the music industry. I'm talking about the movie industry. Say what you want. I think independent media is just going to end up replacing a lot of the mainstream media. You already see it where people are checking out on TV shows. Where are they going to? YouTube. They're following the YouTube people. Streaming. Excuse me. Streaming channels are hurting so badly right now that now they're starting to bundle themselves. Apple's talking about bundling Hulu and Disney.
Well, because of the fact that people are like, look, one, what do they got? What do they have? All right, to literally offer people. All right, yeah, apparently the Twisted Metal series might have actually been pretty good. But then you look at the Fallout series, it looks like it's going to be pure garbage.
Yeah.
But
that Twisted Metal series was fantastic. I'm sorry, Anthony Mackie's just a great actor. I love Anthony Mackie.
And Anthony Mackie also, like, you can tell he tries to stay out of the culture war as much as possible.
Yep. He did it with Winter Winter Soldier and Falcon.
I still think the ending was a bit meh in the speech he gave, but it was kind of a neutral, hey, let's treat these like the action of children, because in a lot of ways that's what they are. Because they didn't go through what we went through.
Yeah, real quick, I want to address what Neo said. Wasn't Momoa going to be recasted as Lobo afterwards anyway? Yeah, I don't know if that's still on the table. I know he tried for it, but I don't want him to do Lobo. I'm sorry, this is just me. I'm tired of the same actors always playing in, uh, just swapping, jumping from DC to Marvel or vice versa. I want to see new people.
Well,
You
to
know,
be fair, that's Hollywood just reusing the same people because they're on board with the program.
yeah, that's true.
Let's just be real about it right now. Like anything to expect anything less than them to continue down the path of ludicrousness and stupidity is to expect the moon to be made of cheese.
Yeah, and that's the thing here. All right, give me 1 second here. I need to see if I can get my
Refuse.
food. I gotta get my food because I am hungry.
I
Oh.
am Batman. Duh! Go get your food, you Italian man.
Y'all stinking fooled.
Fuck it, eh? All I goes, man. Do, do, do. Yeah, alright. So
What? Puppy, what are you doing? What?
the
No.
puppy's being a meth addict.
Yeah, puppy's being a meth addict.
Playing with a little cap gun. Well, just kind of freaking. Bro! So, like, at work, they had me there, like, early 2 days in a row. Or not 2 days in a row, like, on Sunday and Tuesday. And Tuesday they
Uh
had me there at 6 in the morning.
huh. Oof.
Yeah. So I was stuck getting up. You know me, I already get up early, but because I knew I had to be there so early, I wanted to get up early to make sure I didn't accidentally sleep in or anything. You know what I mean? So I was waking up 2 in the morning like 3 days in a row. Finally,
Dude,
this
you're gonna
one,
laugh. You're gonna laugh at this.
uh,
This is Neon from Clownfish TV. I love this. Look what he says here. Mark Waid is just Mark Miller from a bizarro world. That is so funny.
that is funny.
One
No,
wants to help save comics. The other one's cool with burning it down. You
yeah,
know,
personally,
the,
I think they
the,
both make comics at this point,
the tale of two Marks.
right?
No, I don't think Mylar hates comics. I just think he. I,
Retarded.
I think he doesn't realize that he is part of the. When I say he's part of the problem, just how he's structured. But he was working within what DC and Marvel wanted. You know that's part of the thing is. But then he didn't fix it with going with Kick Ass when he was writing his own stuff. A lot of his own stuff was 7 or 12 issues. Like he wrote that. That's the problem is like these guys don't write stuff to be done in one issue. One or or I'll say a storyline should never be more than 3 issues. It should be for the most. You can
And
have
you
it.
want to make sure to have something happen in every issue.
Yeah, I mean you can have an overarching story. Don't get me wrong, but your your main story should be wrapped up within 3 issues, in my opinion. Like, so let's say you're having this thing with you're having this battle between Kick Ass and Hit Girl. Okay, well that should only be 3 issues. But let's say there's this overarching thing where maybe there's this just tension between Hit Girl and kick-ass, and yes, it does go over. Like, let's say there's this 12-issue arc, this whole story arc of 12 issues, but you have like there should be there should be within that 12 there should be like 3 to 4, maybe 5 different story arcs within those 12 issues, because you need to be able. People may not want to stay for all 12 issues because they may not like the direction that it's going in. So and it has to be accessible for people to jump in at the same point. You know, because that's part of the problem is, people, for the most part, it is always harder to sell. The first issue will always do good. It's the second and third issues that tend to not sell as well as the first one. Most people generally will check out by the first issue or by the second issue, at the most, because something generally your sell through is just the way it is. It's not as it doesn't sell as much. I mean, we've seen it with example. You look at Spearhead. It did not do as well at, well, no, because we did in the original Kickstarter, or the original Sporkman. We've sold over 300 to 400 issues of Sporkman between the original run and the colored release. So where Spearhead, we only did like 80 issues, or we sold to 80 people. So you have that huge drop off, and the thing is, that's why we were doing the Sportman issues no more than 3, because we didn't want people. We wanted people to be invested. Like, we would do no more than 3 issues. We originally didn't want to do 3. We just had enough story that way we can have people. People can actually. Yes. So yeah, Sportman Goes to Japan. Yeah, it is the second comic. But it's a 3-issue arc. So yeah, it is technically the second comic. But we actually sold more. In that case, with Sporkman, the 3 issues of Sporkman, we actually had people that picked up the first issue but didn't pick up the second or third issue of there. With conventions, it did not. Conventions, we only sold like 150, maybe 200 issues of of conventions. Yes, so Spearhead was kind of a spin-off. It was actually it was technically supposed to be a continuation of the story from Sporkman Goes to Japan. So it was a spin-off, but again, because it was continuing the story of what happened in Sporkman Goes to Japan. So it was technically it was a new arc, starting a new arc, but it was a bridge to. It was actually going to be that Spearhead short was going to be the bridge between Sporkman Goes to Japan and the full Spearhead series. So that was going to be a spinoff, where it was going to be a whole new arc and everything. Like, it was going to be, that arc was going to be a separate story, and it would evolve into this whole story between the backstory between Natsumi and Reiko, and it was going to be a huge story arc and stuff like that. We were looking at 3 to 4. We were looking at like 4 to 6 issues.
But
in there, we were still kind of doing story arcs within that. Like, they were trying to be resolved because we had a couple different storylines running at the same time. So, but my biggest issue that I do have with this whole coming back to the whole thing with the cancel pig thing and Mark Millar, the problem is Mark. I know a lot of people are singing the tune that, oh, Mark's trying to save comics. But again, I come back to Mark is part of the problem as to why comics are the way they are right now. Because he was a big component of how things changed at DC and Marvel.
Yep, facts.
Now, some people can say, and some people can say, well, maybe he realized the error of his ways, which is fine. You know, he that's fine. I mean, he doesn't need. I will say he doesn't need DC and Marvel anymore. Because he's like J.K. Rowling. He has fu money, so he doesn't. Technically, Mark Millar doesn't have skin in the game. You know, where I think where he does think, well, I think where he's thinking he has skin in the game is because he has friends that are in that own these comic book shops, and he's built a relationship with these people in these comic book shops, and they're coming to him. They're coming to him saying, "Hey, it seems like DC and Marvel are burning everything down. What are we gonna do?" You know what I mean?
Hey, you're fucking up the industry, you piece of shit. You
So,
get fucking shit together, you fucking. I think I do it all right, Cartman.
um,
Right.
but yeah, even I'll take it one step further to why it's harder to sell additional issues. If you look at Item 2, Item 2 did not do the money that the first issue did.
You also had the fact that a lot of the fucking haters came out of the woodwork really to hurt the sales of the book, just straight up hurt it. Like, and I think it also got suppressed and everything. Like,
Yeah, but it still dropped off.
but it's really, we're entering the age of suppression once more, where these companies are going to do everything they can to prevent these anything naturally viral is going to have a hard time really picking up steam if it actually is culturally good, if you know what I mean. Like, it's Eric Ripa trying to do his own thing is him taking, like, using his fans as, I guess you could say, he's monetizing his fans, there we go, to sell a book. Like, I don't know. Excuse me. I just know it's getting close to that time, mother trucker. The bed is calling. I will be the first to say that.
Well, yeah. So really, to wrap things up here, because I know Bob, I know you got to go to bed soon because you got to work early tomorrow.
Hey, I make my motherfucking money. They like me at work because I'm always there. I don't call in. You give, like, literally. All right, so one of those rare moments where I get to say, upside to me spending my summers out in the country every year when I was a kid. The guy I work with is a country boy, like the guy over our, like, the stalkers and everything is a country boy. He's like, yeah, I'm trying to get out of the city. I was raised in the country. I don't like living in the city. And it's like, well, then that explains why we get along. Because I understand. I want to get out of the city too. You know what I mean? Like, other than that, like, most people I work with are chill, no drama. I go to work, I stock shelves, boom, I'm out. I try to get out of there early if I can. But in order to do that, you best believe I stock me some shelves, man. Click, 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 click. And best believe I make sure to rotate. Because I'm dealing with food. You don't want someone to buy something that's expired. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Waka waka.
Well, you got to do what you got to do, guys. It's all about bettering yourself.
Oh,
You're gonna have these positive and negative cycles. You know,
dude.
so
Yeah, but here's my thing. All right, I could either a like even one. All right, it's not just the fact that I work with good people. All right, I could work with these people, but if I came to work every day with a shitty fucking attitude, guess what? No one's gonna be cool with like that. You know, I'm there. Like as long as I come to work every day with the right attitude, bust my ass and whatnot, people are gonna be cool with me. Like, yeah, he might be a little bit on the weird side, but he's a nice guy. He comes to work, he does his thing, he goes home. He doesn't fuck with anybody. La da 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 da. But if I come to work every day with a shitty attitude, not wanting to be there, one, I'm going to be lazy because I just don't want to be there. I want to be here at the house doing my own thing. Like, two, it when you have a shitty attitude, whether you mean to or not, you take it out on people around you. Then that's not cool. Three, when you have just a shitty attitude, it spreads to other people and they start having shitty attitudes because they have
yep,
your shitty attitude.
yep,
But if you
yep,
come to work every day, like, and dude, it doesn't matter if I'm working or not. If my number one goal is making every day the bestest motherfucking day ever. And that should be your number one goal. Because the more every day you try to make it a good day, you try to have the best day ever, you start having way more good days than bad, and eventually you start to stop having bad days altogether.
yeah. And that's the thing. And I do agree with Neo. Find people you can work with. And yeah, seize the day. So
Yeah.
anyhow, yeah. So we're definitely living in we are living in a very weird timeline, and I see that timeline getting weirder, and it's not going to change.
Dude,
Um,
dude, let me
I
put you
think I think
to
the hill is going the slope is definitely going to get steeper, and it's going to slide even quicker.
it's gotta be funny. All I gotta say is, um, Um, good thing. I got a few things, but while I was working for Meridian, that were kind of expensive. Like I heard a thump, and you best believe it was one of the cats was being a cat, and but I just heard a thunk. I'm all like click click. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna wrap up here. It's 8:45 my time, so
Oh,
thank you for listening to us. Whatever you do, so we're gonna just try to get out the shows when we can. If you guys, I don't know if we're gonna get a holiday stream in this year. But if we don't, I want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy
a very
Holidays.
Merry Christmas.
Yep. Just remember the reason for the season.
All right, dude. Like, dude,
So,
I kind of feel like if we're gonna be ending this, I kind of feel like I'm just
let
saying.
All right.
I
Thanks,
mean,
guys. And as always, yep, and have a happy New Year. So hopefully
yes,
we can
sir.
do. Oh, that sucks, Neo. That sucks.
I understand that feeling. That's what. Once again, click click.
Ye-
I came to chew bubble gum and whoop some ass, and I'm all out of bubble gum.
Yes, yes, I love that line. Yeah, I see I see that movie ringing truer every day,
I know
every
it
day.
really does.
So, if you guys haven't had a chance, you definitely have to watch They Live. It is while it's a commentary on Reagan and what
Consumerism in
consume,
general.
but yeah, it is definitely it is showing both sides of that's the funny thing about how lefty John Carpenter is, but at the same time, he really there are times his movies ring true no matter what what's going on. Because well, consumerism doesn't change. That's the thing. So, anyhow, but yeah, guys, thank you again. Have a blessed holiday, and we will see you on the flip side.
Later, folks.